Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm showing you an extra gift idea with the coffee cup holder. So yesterday you'll have seen my video where we made this coffee cup and decorated the front of it. Okay, so you'd have seen that. And that's what I did yesterday so that you could see what it looked like with two coffee cups in. But today I would like to show you an added sort of extra gift idea. Okay, so they fit the coffee cups, but you can also make little boxes that fit exactly, just need to get my tag out of the way, they fit down the side and sit perfectly in your little coffee holder. Okay, so you can see that. I'll move that way. Okay, so your boxes fit inside. So now you could send a cup of hot chocolate or, you know, something to drink in here, and a little gift in here, or you could send some things in here, which I'm going to show you in a minute, that you could use with your coffee cup. So there's lots of different things that you can put, and these coffee cups are actually safe to drink out of. So you can actually make drinks out of them and with them. So if you didn't decorate the lid, for example, and just decorated the side, then you could give somebody a drink to take away, which in these days, you know, it's good to have a mobile cup of your own. So let me show you what's in here. So this little box that sits in the side, you can fit several things in here, including little tea bags. So these are my pucker tea bags. There are other varieties are available. These are 3 ginger, so it's got ginger, galangal, which I can never pronounce, and golden turmeric in, so they're really nice and warming. You could put Christmas ones in, Christmas cinnamon tea bags, mulled spice tea bags, that kind of stuff. So you can fit some of those in there, and you can also fit in a variety of Christmas tags. So I'm going to show you how to make the box and how to make the tags. I won't do all of the tags because yesterday's was quite a long video, so we're going to try and move with the pace. But it's actually quite simple once you get the whole idea. And then I've made 8, and we're going to make 4, another 4 today. So there's lots of ideas there. They're so cute. They would make really nice little gift tags. You could either put a piece of dimensional on the back or double-sided sticky tape, so you could stick it to something, or you could punch a hole and put some ribbon through it. Some of this red linen thread would look lovely, or you could just leave them as that and have them as little mini cards that you could just place, you know, table place names, anything. But they're just cute idea for you to put in your holder, so that you could give a set of tags, something nice to drink, and you could say, right, have a drink, sit down and write your tags out for Christmas, because that's always the, you know, it's nice to wrap up presents, but the writing of the tags can sometimes be a bit, you know, long-winded, shall we say. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of stamping first, just in case you missed yesterday's video, in which case, why have you missed yesterday's video? Go back and watch it. But just so that you can see how beautiful these stamps are. And then I also have cut some stuff out already so that it's not too long, so it's not going to keep us here forever. So, because, you know, I know you like watching, but I also know that you have things to do. So, and you did see me do all of this yesterday. I have just inked my Mossy Meadow, so it might be pooling a little bit, so we'll just have to be a bit gentle. I went completely out of Mossy Meadow ink, so that's not too bad. So yes, I had to re-ink it up. That's better. So these ones cut out with the die that cuts the hole out in the middle, and then you have all these little tiny elements. I'm just going to show you, I realised yesterday I didn't show you the little how to put the, what's the word, the stripes, that's the word I'm looking for, the stripes on the candy cane. So I didn't show you how to do that yesterday, which was remiss. I kind of did it and then didn't have it on camera for some reason, I don't know why. So let's just put that over there. So to do your stripes, it's this funny looking piece here. that when it's in the box it just looks like a diamond pattern, but it is actually your 2-coat. Now you can either go red and red, or just to add a little bit of different outline you can go soft suede, which works beautifully with these colours. So you can do soft suede and then you go in with the red. So then bring that down to my eye line, hopefully. Well, it might be a bit off. There. And now you have your candy cane on your stripe. Candy cane with its stripe. So I just wanted to say that you could do that. So we've just done a little bit of stamping, and there's lots of different things, and the Happy Christmas in here is beautiful. So this looks gorgeous in all colours. I didn't stamp this one yesterday either, so I'm just going to stamp this one so you can see how delightful it looks. It's just such a lovely font, isn't it? Really nice. So I've just wanted to show you those pieces, and then with the dies that go with it, you will be able to cut those pieces out. Okay, so I've done some real red ones, I've done some Mossy Meadow ones, and I've used this die to cut the centre out and the ring out. Polos is the word I was looking for yesterday. They remind me of polos, don't you think? In the UK you'll know that. Lifesavers I think is what they're called in America. And then this big one I've used to cut out some larger pieces of Pear Pizzazz and Real Red, because I thought we could do a few different colours. We did lots of Mossy Meadow and Real Red yesterday, so I've included some Pear Pizzazz this time. I've also cut out a few with this, and I've cut out at least one each of all the little emblems. Okay, so we're going to do 4 cards. I'm going to make them all the circular ones, but I'll just whiz through the other cards for you as well as we go, once we've done that and made the box. Okay, so the card dimensions, you need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is 15 by 6.5, and then you score it at 7.5. Okay, so it's 15 centimetres by 6.5 centimetres scored at 7.5 centimetres, and I have put all of these measurements on my blog so you can see everything. Okay, including the measurements for this and for one where you haven't got it's not wrapped, so it's just across the front of it and the sides. And I've given you, if you sign up to my mailing list, a free template for the sleeve of my cup. So all of that will be is on my blog for the last couple of days, and I'll put links, etc. Then what I've done is I've taken some of the Heartwarming Hugs paper from the suite, and I've cut these 7 by 6. Okay, so these fit on here perfectly. Then I've cut some smaller ones in the different patterns, and these are 6 by 5, and that leaves a bit of a bigger gap around them, so you have a bigger border around these ones, and that is how we're going to make our lovely little, actually I quite like that size. So the hardest bit then is to work out which sides you're going to do with which papers. So I'm going to do this with this paper, and you have 12 designs, so it's not like you're going to run out of ideas in terms of, you could make 12 different tags, all with one each of the designs, or you could make 4 tags with one design, or 12 tags with just one design, because you have 2 sheets of 12 by 12, so you have a lot. Okay, so that's that there, and then see the Pear Pizzazz is sort of just highlighted in these papers. This one, it's in the stripe. Let's do that one and that one. Then we can do, just trying to work out which one's with which. So that one with that one with that. What's that one then? Dotty with that? Yeah, that'll go with that. Lovely. So just work out which ones you want to do with which. Pop these down. I haven't worked out how many you can fit in, but I think you can fit at least 12 tags, Or as I say, you could do some tags, some tea bags. And I love gifting tea bags to people, especially if I found a nice one that I like. I know tea can sometimes be quite particular to people, but oh, that's a Zizzy one, isn't it? Lines and stripes, diagonals and straights. Yeah, that does your eyes slightly. Sorry about that. That's me probably putting the wrong one on the wrong one, but never mind. I like it. It's funky. We'll go with it. So. And I just did a networking event for some people yesterday, and for the very first time they got to make their own tag. So, you know, tags are definitely in. They were all like, oh, I like that tag, that's great. So yeah, lots of different ideas. We were doing some with the pine tree punch, which is still available. I liked that. It's a great one for workshops. I had to do a workshop where we weren't sharing anything, so no sharing of stamping equipment, which when you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator, it's kind of important. We share a lot all the time, so it's quite unusual to do a demonstration where you're not actually sharing anything. But they were all good. We sanitised our hands if they wanted to come up and do a bit of stamping at the end. You know, they could come up and do that if they wanted. And actually, all of them did an amazing job with their stamping. They all got it spot on straight away. So we did a little note card and a little tag, and they could come up and put Merry Christmas on it. So it was good. It just makes me realise how different things are going to be when we get back out there to do things, you know, because we do have to take notice of various different bits and pieces. Okay, so now I've cut out all these lovely things. There we go. Cut out all of these because I thought it would take a long time for me to chop all of these out live and try and make sure that I didn't go wrong with anything. So we can have circles on top of here, and then we can put sentiments, and then we could put a mug. That's quite nice. I like that one. Then we could have pick up the green, I think, in there. That would be nice to lighten that up slightly. Warm hugs to you all season long. That's quite nice. I realised I'd done the other one. We could put a little heart in this one. I'd done the other one on my cup, sort of crooked, and it was only afterwards when I was looking at it and I thought, that's not straight. But it still looked all right, so that was good. Now, one of my trees is wonky. I had a very wonky tree, but then when I put it through, I didn't stick it down well enough. Okay, so this is good. So then I like the So Very Merry, and then I thought I could put a little tree. Look, see, that goes nicely on there, and then that one can go on that one, can go on that one, I think. Nice. So you can put sentiments inside that other saying, which I like. Then we can do real red or pear pizzazz, maybe pear pizzazz. Pear pizzazz with a mossy meadow for you. There we go. And a little red star. Oh no, hang on, we've got... Oh, did I cut out 5 things? I must have cut out 5 things. We'll do a star because I think a star looks better, and you don't want any more stripes on that one. Okay, and we'll have some of this. Some of this was going to go on the top. So we'll have that for our top layer. Oh, in fact, I need to save a circle for my top layer. So I'm going to save this one, I think. Actually, do we? Yeah, it probably would be good to have a... Right, so we'll do that one. In fact, I might save that for my top. There we go. I knew there was something I was doing here. So then we can put that one in there. There we go. And then we can do a... we'll do this one's on me. That's it. This one's on me. That's a nice one. There we go. Red on red on red with red. Maybe we better switch that out. Oh, I don't want to do stripes though. No, that's fine. It'll be fine. It looks great. There we go. So now we've got them all like that, as we did on the other one. It's just a question of sticking them down with some dimensionals. And again, these are not going through the post, so we don't have to be too worried about soggy middles, which is quite nice when you've got when you're making lots of these, that you can just be a little bit less generous sometimes, maybe with your dimensionals. Although you get into a routine, or at least I do, and I end up just putting on the same amount as I normally do. There we go. So this one just smidged a slight amount, just a tiny amount. I've got a bit more white here than here, but thankfully it was in the right direction. It wasn't off to one side, so that was good. My plates moved. I think it was the same time I did my tree, and the plates moved slightly. There we go. For you with a little, no, get it straight, Pip. That's better. In the middle. In the middle's good. There we go. And then a bit of glue on this side. Now obviously with tags you can layer up as much as you like, because they're not going, as I say, through the post normally, or if they are, you're putting them in a box. But if they're just going under the tree, you could layer and layer and layer and layer if you wanted to. Then you'd get less in your actual little box to give away. Okay, so that's just a thing to think about. And you could do them flat if you wanted to, or you can do what I'm doing. I think they look nice with dimension. I think a bit of dimension is good. But as I say, you can decide how much dimension you want, or how little indeed. Squishy a bit of glue in. Yeah, we had no sharing of glue, no sharing of stamps, no sharing of anything, so I had to use tear and tape on the back of everything, get it all prepped beforehand for this event that I did this morning, and then do all of that. So it was interesting, but everyone had fun, and that's the most important thing. I'll put that one on there. There we are. See how quick they come together? And as I say, I did all my die cutting in one hit, so it was really quick to do. And so I did all my die cutting in one hit, so it was really quick to do. And got it done toot sweet, as they say. This one has a bit of a bigger circle around it. Yeah, it's got a bit of a bigger gap than that shape. So you can add bigger sentiments and stuff if you wanted to. And obviously you could have, you could stamp some Mossy Meadow or some Pear Pizzazz. I do actually think there's either, I do actually think that it's either, well, maybe it's green, but to me it looks like there is a brown in here as well, but it's not mentioned on the actual description for the stamp, for the papers. But I think a soft suede or even an early espresso would go really well with this if you were looking for a neutral to go with it. So that's just something to think about. So once you've done your little tags, like so, oh, don't put the cup on. I love this little mug, it's so cute. And your one dimensional, one little mini is plenty for that. There we go. Oh, it's a bit up and downy that. Never mind, that's fine. There we go. Nice and stripy. So once you've got your tags done, and that's it, they're done. That was easy. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the box itself. Okay, so we'll just take all that lot out. Okay, so now this is made from Mossy Meadow. I've changed it up, obviously. And I'm making it from Real Red. Okay. I'm going to have to turn that over, I think, so that I can put my red circle on that. That'll be lovely, like that. So I'm doing Pear Pizzazz and Real Red for the base and for the lid. So this one had a really tiny edge around the DSP, and I have put those measurements up on my blog, but to be honest, I'm going to do it without that today, just because I want to see what it looks like without it. So you need to cut your paper. This is Real Red cardstock, the whole width of a piece of A4, so that's 21 centimetres by 21 centimeters. Okay, so that's how big this piece is, 21 by 21. Okay, and you're going to score this every 7 centimeters all the way around. So 21, score it at 7, 7, as we'd say in the UK, 7. Strictly's coming back on soon, that'll be very exciting. There we go. So we're going to score that 7, 7, 7, 7. Okay, so that's that. Then for the lid, this is cut to 11 by 11. And this is why I like my trimmer, because you need to score it at just a smidgy under 2. So I'm going to use the 2 over here. It's not 1.9, okay, it's just under 2 on all 4 sides. Don't do it at 1.9, that's a little bit too tight, too loose. Okay, so just under, sort of 1.9.5 really is what you're going for. And you know, you can always trim. So if on one side you just leave a little bit extra, don't panic. Okay, so then that's all the scoring and cutting done for the box. And then we are going to cut up opposite ends, okay, of both the lid and the base. And we're going to just nick out there, there, there. Make sure you nick from the tab side, not the other side. Okay. So just nick from this side and this side. So. Right, so that's the lid. Do exactly the same, chopping all the way up with the base. Now, if you look on my box, you'll see I don't actually cut mine down, so I leave my tabs long because I think it gives extra stability. You can chop this off if you want to have less tabs, you know, so you don't want to have it so thick inside, but I like the stability, the extra stability of having tabs that go all the way edge to edge. So, and then you're going to do the same, just chopping off your edges, like so. And then up here. So I'm concentrating so I don't talk. This is where you get a bit of respite from me. Chop up here. I might even speed this bit up on the video. But if you're crafting along with me, you'll want to do the same speed as me. So, I don't know if you actually do craft along with me. I don't know if any of you do actually craft along with me, or if you just all watch me on replay. I don't know. Maybe you could let me know. Tell me in the comments. Now I'm going to be giving this away on one of my blog posts this week. I can't remember. No, I'm not. There. So that's that done. Okay. So you can see. Oh no, I missed one. I missed one. Didn't do this one, did I? Come back. You can tell whether you've missed one because when you look down at it, you can see table underneath. There we go. I thought, oh, that one looks a bit odd. So we've done all of those now, and now is the simple part of gluing it together and decorating it. So, I mean, how easy is this to make a little gift for somebody? Score all the way along all your edges. Score all of these. And along here. And then along here. Yeah. There we go. And then fold these up inside, and this is how you're going to make your box. Okay, so we will work one side to the other. So glue, not right up to the edge because it does ooze our glue, and you're not trying to get these edges to line up because of course we've cut a nick out of that. You're trying to get this edge here to be straight. Okay, I see a lot of people make mistakes where they're trying to line up the top of their boxes, and of course we've taken a big chunk out, not a big chunk, a little chunk, but we have taken a chunk out of the top. So there's no point in trying to make that match because then this side will be off. You need to make your sides match to make sure they're plumb. Which always reminds me of Cluedo for some reason. Okay. And then I'll put this one here. Okay. Make sure that this side, see that's a little bit to the other way, that's better. Make sure that that matches. And then for this one, this is the trickiest one, so I close it up like this and I just glue from the inside because it's a larger box. So you don't want to squish it too much. But it's not like it's going to be taking anything that weighs a ton, you know, it's only taking tea bags and tags. So there we go. So that's now really sturdy and has got good solid sides. Then we do the same with the lid. I'm just going to burnish it, but before we actually put it together, I'm going to do the decoration. Okay. Then that way you can see how it all kind of layers together. So we have our top. So this piece is bigger. This is 6.5 by 6.5, and this is Pear Pizzazz cardstock. Just gives it a different look, really. Okay, 6.5 by 6.5, and then this is 6 by 6, like so. So if you wanted to do the bit in between, I have put the measurements in, it would be 0.25, 6.25. No, sorry. Yes, 6.25 to go in between these two. Okay, okay. Then we'll pop. I always have these joins at the side, so this will be my front. And I'm going to layer this up because this is going to be on the top of my box, so it can be layered up with dimensionals itself. So we'll layer this onto it. I'm doing too many again, but it's like it's crying out. No, stop. Okay, maybe one more. So we'll layer this bit up onto it, and then we'll layer that up onto the box itself as well. You could use large dimensionals, but I don't know what I've done with mine. I've got a new pack somewhere. I must have put it somewhere very safe. Now I can't find it again. So that goes on there. My little tree goes on top. I think you could possibly fit two on, but I don't think you need two for the little tree. Pop your little tree in the centre of there. So very merry. Like that. Oops. And then a couple of these on the outside. Okay. Actually, I'm going to stick it up before I put my top on. I'm going to attach my sides because I might need to turn it over like that. So let's just do that first. So these go on the inside. So you're going to be gluing on the outside. And again, you're trying to get these edges together because again, you've taken bits off of these. So these together. Okay. And then, and you don't need loads and loads of glue, just enough to hold it and hold it so it sort of stays. Put it in there and there. There we go. Now, if all my calculations have gone correctly, this should now fit snugly Might fit better one way than the other. Yeah, so it fits better with the oh, is that a bit tight? I squished that one in a bit too much. There we go. So you just perfectly down like so. Work out which one's your front. That one, I think. Doesn't make any difference really, it's just whichever one you prefer, because sometimes your boxes come out better one way than another, or at least mine do. And there's your top. Now you could tie it up with ribbon, you could do all of that sort of stuff to it, but you do have to remember that it's going to fit inside a carrier. Okay, so it has to be able to fit inside here. Alright, so you want it to not too much on the sides like extra ribbon. And you could even just give it like this as 2 boxes. So you could have, you know, just a carrier with 2 boxes in. It's got itself attached like that. So you could have 2 boxes, or you could have a box with a coffee cup, or you can have 2 coffee cups and you can give the box separately, you know, but either way I think that makes a nice present, nice gift for someone. And inside, as I say, you will pop your little gift tags. Okay, so this one, these 4, like so, or some tea bags, or lots and lots of other ones. I'll just run through these a little bit. So that's pretty much the same. It's got your we've just put a little happy Christmas at the bottom there. I just put that there and actually stamped Pear Pizzazz on the back of that one. This one I used the 2-inch circle punch to do the one behind. This is the one from the set, this stitched circle. It's like a running, it's like a ... if you know what I mean. It's like an SOS stitch, this one. It's not the same as the normal stitched, but it's pretty, very pretty. So that's that for that one. This one, very similar to one I did today. Oh, I forgot my rhinestones. Got to put my rhinestones on. This one just did the Happy Christmas as a little banner across the side. So just cutting out, you just basically overlay it across these 2 fiddly bits on the side. And then a couple of candy cane. This one didn't do the square. This is just a strip and then another tiny strip down here. And then a piece of Whisper white cardstock with Happy Christmas, and then just the edges dabbed on the ink pad. So very easy there. I like this one with the candy cane and the so very many. So this one is kind of my inspiration for today's Christmas tree. This is 3 Happy Christmases in a strip. Okay, and then this one is the Happy Christmas this time going over the circle and across the bottom of the tag. So as you can see, you've got lots of options, and then of course you can finish it off with my real red rhinestones. Actually, I think they might just be called red rhinestones, but to me they are properly real red. So pop one of these, have one in the middle of the star. You could pop one in the middle of your coffee cup, pop one in the middle of your heart, or maybe off to the side of your heart. I always like it just off on a heart. And then I definitely want to have one, I think, maybe on my Christmas tree on the top cover, like so. And then I might actually put one, I might just start adding to this one now, because I quite like the idea of adding a little bit of a glitz to the top of the box. So there you go. So I think I've done all my glitzy. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one I did today? This one must be the one I did today. Yeah, we could pop a little one in the cross beams of the candy cane. There we go. Or you could add them around the side. You know, you could do whatever you liked to add a bit of glitz. We always like a bit of bling. Christmas isn't Christmas without bling. But yeah, I just thought it was a nice little extra gift idea to add to your Christmas coffee cup holder. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed this video, much shorter than yesterday's, and I'll be back again soon with another one. So thanks ever so much for watching. You can buy the whole suite and everything you've seen here today at my online store, which is on the screen now. So thanks ever so much for watching. You take care now. Bye.